Hey everyone, I just want to give you a quick expo of the new format that we want to be using for our Magic Plan surveys. From the main landing page, so we're on our main Magic Plan page. So say we've drawn our building. We're going to go to test C1 here. So if you were starting new, you would just click this here, this blue plus sign, and you draw your building. So we're going to pretend that we've already drawn our building here. And we're going to go in this information page at the plan level. Here is historically where we have entered our survey, basic survey info. We are no longer going to do that. We're going to go into forms, asbestos survey form, and we're going to go through these checklists of questions that should help immensely with the report preparation. A lot of these questions are included in our survey reports. So if we go through here, a lot of these have conditional questions. So if the type of building exterior selected is brick, it's going to prompt you for these questions. So was mortar sampled? If you say yes, you are going to add your mortar HA number here. Let's type that in. If you say no, then obviously that goes away. There's a couple other, questions here that you can just kind of play with. But for now, we're just going to leave this as metal. That does not prompt any additional questions. Here you want to attach building photos of your north, west, south, east side of the building exterior. This is a great addition because this now labels the photos accordingly. So we will know what side of the building we are looking at. Here you want to go through your type of foundation, on grade, off grade, other. If you say other, you're going to want to add details here. Stick with on grade, type of roof, metal. Here it's going to prompt you for various questions. Is there coating applied to the metal? If you say yes, it's going to prompt you for the HA number. Let's just do an example here and say I say shingles. We're going to say we're single sampled. Can't talk. We're going to say yes. You want to add your HA number for shingles. Then it's going to go on with a couple additional questions. Was underlying tar paper sampled? If yes, you want to add your HA for tar paper. And then you're going to go down and go through any additional roofing materials that were observed and that may have been sampled. But all of these questions are, contingent on the previous answer. So just go through and answer them at the beginning of your survey. The basement building have a basement, an attic. If there's a transformer located near the building, that's very important that we know that for planning, for demos, for renovations, all that good stuff. If there is a transformer, we want to take a photo that shows where the transformer is in relation to that building. Here, this just cues you to think about whether we ask you to grab chemical inventory data or certain EAP data that we're missing. And then your CSX contact. All right, so that's a little different than what we're accustomed to. Here we're going to go into our room level. Our room level details are also no longer going to be recorded on this details page. We are going to go into forms, go into room level data. First, you want to attach photos of all four sides of the room. This is a big one that is often overlooked. This helps us so much in planning for access, helps the CSX facilities department when they're planning construction or renovations. So please take 4 photos of your rooms, attach it into each room level. You want to go through and do your primary type of flooring. Whatever you select, it's going to prompt you with different questions. If you put ceramic tile, it's going to ask you if the grout mortar can be sampled without damage to flooring. If you say yes, then you'll obviously want to have samples to support that, and you'll want to put your sample information, on your sample locations. So we're just going to stick with 9x9 floor tile with this material sampled. Add your HA for 9x9 floor tile. With associated mastic sample. You want to put your mastic and your HA for your mastic. And here this allows you some additional options to add additional types of flooring. But if we do not have a second layer, we want to say no. So here we want to put in our type of ceiling. Same questions, type of wall material. Same thing, just go through. This will just give us a quick snapshot of every room. Is a fire extinguisher present in the room? If you say yes, you want to add a photo of the fire extinguisher. You also want to add the location to the map. Same thing here with the photo of the exit sign. And then this just down here gives you some additional options for adding additional layers of flooring. Now here's for your additional miscellaneous ACMs, if you have window glazing, pipe insulation, putty, cove base, all that stuff. So if you select cove base and you say this material is sampled, you're going to want to add your HA for cove base and also your HA for cove base mastic. Now if you did not sample that material in this particular room, that's fine. Just say that it was sampled, and then you want to add your HA for that particular sampled material. Because we're just in this room, we're just getting an inventory of every HA that is present in each room. So it doesn't matter if your sample location was actually physically in the room that you are describing, because we will map our sample locations in the next screen when we add our sample location X's. So once you're finished with that, we're going to go out of here. So say we're collecting some samples here in the study. We're going to go into the study here, and we're going to select our details. First, you'd want to do an add. If you're adding a new sample location, you want to add an object. You're going to select your AECOM sample location, and here's a trick here. If you put these stars filled in, they will go to your favorites, and they will be easier to locate each time. So here, so we added a sample. We want to say here, we want to go to details. Now this is a very big change that is going to save us a ton of time on the reporting side. Traditionally, we will click on this top word that says label, and we'll select from a drop down, and you'll select the sample ID. We do not want to touch that any longer. We want to come to the bottom, see where it says display label, select below the object from this drop down, below the object, and physically type in the sample number that you are collecting at this location. That is going to put the sample number at a good scale, or a good scale. You would understand, for those of you who write reports, this will make complete sense, because we have a lot of issues with our scaling of our sample locations. They're either teeny weeny or giant, and we have to resize everything. So if we no longer use this drop down menu and we just go straight down here and type in our sample location number, it's going to be a big time saver. All right, so go out of here, and then, well, actually, while we're still in details, so while you're in this page here, you've typed in your sample location number, you want to go to photos and notes, and you want to add a photo. Take your photo, click, save that, and now when this prints out in our output, it will have the sample ID number on the photo. This is something we've been lacking, the way that we are doing it currently. So please be sure to follow those steps that I've just shown you. When you're ready to export your file, you want to go out to this main plan level page, click on this bottom right corner, and hit Send Plan under AECOM. And that will export your plan. That's about it. If you have any questions, please let me know. We will review this again, but these are very important changes. The sooner we implement these, the better. Thank you.